Before we begin, please note that this video provides general information on the EU AI Act and does not constitute formal legal advice. The EU AI Act lays down strict rules for high-risk AI, demanding rigorous risk management and human oversight. But for the engineers who are actually building these models, that legal language hits the wall of technical reality. The text doesn't tell developers how to write the code to achieve those goals. To enter the EuroTM RoPIT, every high-risk system must pass a conformity assessment and secure a CE mark. That stamp of approval is the hard requirement for legal entry. This leaves developers in a dangerous position. If a team tries to translate a broad legal objective into a specific engineering metric, and the auditor disagrees, the product is pulled from the market. Without a precise technical translation of the law, developers risk their entire R&D investment on a single interpretation. As the original August 2026 deadline for high-risk systems approached, the absence of technical rulebooks created a hard bottleneck for the industry. Developers had the rules, but no instructions. Then, the European Union introduced a pressure release valve. On July 8, 2026, they officially adopted the Digital Omnibus. This legislative update pushes the compliance deadline for standalone Annex III high-risk systems back 16 months, landing on December 2, 2027. Regulators granted this delay for one specific reason: to buy the time needed to finalize the missing technical rulebooks. With this extension, the strategy for developers shifts. Success now depends on mastering the specific mechanisms outlined in Chapter 16 of the AI Act. Chapter 16 introduces Article 40, which relies on harmonized standards. European standardization bodies like CEN and CENELEC are actively drafting these documents right now. These standards function as official technical blueprints. They take the broad legal goals of the AI Act and translate them into precise, testable engineering requirements that developers can actually build. Following these blueprints grants your system the presumption of conformity. This activates once published in the official journal of the European Union. During audits, regulators legally assume your system meets safety requirements, drastically reducing the provider's evidentiary burden. Harmonized standards serve as the most efficient route through a conformity assessment. But standardization can be slow. What happens if December 2027 arrives and the committees haven't finished the blueprints, or the final versions fail to address fundamental rights? The AI Act anticipates this. Article 41 establishes a legislative safety net called common specifications. If the standardization bodies fail to deliver, the law empowers the European Commission to step in and unilaterally write technical rules to fill the void. This creates a hard ultimatum. If the Commission publishes a common specification for your AI category, you either follow it or you bear the responsibility of proving your custom engineering is equivalent. The regulatory architecture is designed to be airtight. By the December 2027 deadline, technical requirements will be enforced, whether the industry writes them or the Commission dictates them. High-risk providers are no longer operating in the dark. Chapter 16 provides the specific roadmap for proving compliance. The December 2027 compliance date exists specifically because regulators expect these standards to be locked in and enforceable by that moment. This means compliance teams must begin monitoring the official journal today to see which blueprints are moving toward publication. Retrofitting an existing AI architecture to comply with a newly published technical standard takes months of engineering lead time. The Digital Omnibus provided a final strategic window. Aligning engineering roadmaps with these emerging blueprints today is the only way to guarantee market access tomorrow.